Welcome to the Gaming Central Podcast number 2, the only podcast that matters. My name is Dave. My YouTube name is DDave. I'm here with my co-host of the podcast, Corey. YouTube name, Corey C-Stove. Not Corey. YouTube name, C-Stove. Corey, say hello.
Hello.
DDave, I'm not
the What's up, Corey? Also here with Connor from 64-Bit for Life. What's up, Connor?
Not much.
Yeah, thanks.
I've always interested.
And I'm here with Eric as well from Black and Blue 19. What is up, Eric?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just keeping it real.
That's what's up. And our special guest for this week is Megan and her husband Nathan from Sprite Lovers.
Hello. Hello. Ooh, I feel special. I was listed first.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. Thanks
for letting us come on.
I also forgot to introduce the other half of my channel, D, and his girlfriend, Natalie.
Good part of the channel?
Hi.
D, say hello.
No, I made my...
Okay, good job, buddy.
Cooperation is key, man.
Alright, so let's get right on schedule here. Everyone came up with a few topics. We're going to talk about those topics, so let's get talking. The first topic of tonight's discussion is by Corey, aka C-Stove, and that is high-definition remakes for current-gen systems. Let's talk about that.
I love them. A lot of people hate them. I don't know why.
I think hate is stupid for HD collections or remakes because it's ultimately, even if it's like an unnecessary remake, it's going to help continue the lifespan of games. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, games aren't going to be around forever. Physically, they're going to deteriorate and stuff. So it's kind of like part of the whole preservation of games thing is keeping the licenses renewed and the franchises alive and in the limelight.
I'm not totally against them either. I mean, a lot of times, everything Nate said, plus what I'm going to say, too, a lot of times they include extra content, extra, levels or maps or something to add more to the game, so you're not just getting that same exact game over. There's usually extra content, bonus features of some sort,
What do you guys think are some good ones and bad examples of them?
Zone of the Enders for the PlayStation 3. Amazing HD collections. Got two very underrated, awesome games created by Hideo Kojima, creator of Metal Gear Solid. Zone of the Enders 1 and 2 are both incredible, awesome games. And the entire HD remake is like a love letter to that series. And those are just incredible games. And, it allows you to check them out on a newer system instead of having to go back to the old ones. And it's all upscaled in HD. And, brand new, I think it was like $20, so why not?
Yeah. That's what I like about it too. Is like if you missed it the last gen, even if there's not backwards compatibility, you get a chance to play it again.
Right.
And I think it kind of goes a little too far sometimes. Where like we're getting a God of War. We got the God of War 3 remaster that is like a $5 game for PS3, and they're re-releasing it for $40. And is it really that much better? So I feel like they sometimes push it with the ones they're bringing out, kind of like with what else? Sleeping Dogs they brought out. Like I don't know who was asking for some of those ones, but they're good games. But it's just kind of funny when you see those ones coming up before other games.
Like I kind of put them in different categories. You got like the HD remakes, and then you got the remastered games coming out. Like I'm not like these remastered games. They're coming out just a couple years after they were originally released on the PS3. Like Devil May Cry that came out like just a few years ago on PS3. They already put out a remaster, and it was like $50 brand new. That's a lot of money for the same game.
And I can see when like Last of Us got remastered because that's like a flagship title for the PS3, and there's some people who might have just got a PS4 and didn't have a PS3, so they get to check it out. But sometimes, with even like the Final Fantasy X and X-2, those are great games, but it just came out like last year on PlayStation 3, and now it's like, oh yeah, we're doing another remaster of it.
Some people rolled with a 360 all last gen though, and then they just decided to switch to PS4, so now they're getting a bunch of the PS3 games they never played.
Yes.
I think the prices should be lower though, for sure. Like $60 is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd say that's a huge.
And when they're bad, like Silent Hill Collection last gen is an awful collection. They are actually worse, even though like it is HD, quotes around HD. There are graphical glitches. There are problems with frame rate, character models having different textures, backgrounds having different textures, so it can be botched, and then it's like kind of odd that they went through the effort to release a game and then made it worse than the original, you know? So
I did not get into that one, but I beat him on PS2, so I'm good there. I don't care.
so you played them in their perfect content.
Yeah.
I think when they do HD remakes, they give an opportunity for people that didn't get to play the games, like the older ones that didn't get to play the games when they came out, and they get to play them now.
Yeah, like I skipped all those PS2 platformers, and I got them all on the PS3, and I'm enjoying them. So like,
Yeah.
I missed out on all of those. Now I have them all.
Yeah,
so.
like the Sly Cooper series. I missed all those
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
PS2. And you can get the whole trilogy on the PS3 now for like, you know, like $6 at a GameStop. And it's a good deal. And it's a cool game too. It looks really well in HD.
And trophies.
Even though
And trophies,
it had a lot of issues at first, the Master Chief Collection is a really good HD collection now because they patched out a lot of problems, and it has a mix of HD ports, but then there's also like a fully remastered Halo 2 and like tons of online components to it and everything.
It's kind of cool too because like when you're playing it, you can switch back and forth between how the game originally looked. So if you want that like, you know, original organic experience like when those games first came out, you can play it like that. Or if you want to play it all vamped up, you know, and all fancy looking, there's that option too. It's pretty cool.
I really commend them on having. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no! I was gonna mention too another awesome HD, you know, collection being the Rare Replay that just came out yesterday. Actually, that is awesome. You know, it's cheap price. It's only like $30. You get 30 games.
That is going above and beyond an HD remake. That's just an
like
incredible package.
I mean, to me, this is like a perfect example of an HD.
You know,
absolutely.
That definitely sets the bar for what an HD remake should be. Because, like,
it's cool because it has
Xbox One just to get that,
and it's really good because it has HD upscales of certain games, and then it had the ones that came out on like Xbox Live Arcade last gen that are on this collection are actually remastered. Like the character models in Perfect Dark are better than they were in N64. They run at 60 frames per second. So
real quick something about that: the ones that were on Xbox Live Arcade, it still carried over your achievements and everything, like for this collection. Yeah, so like we were playing Banjo last night, and we noticed like I think it was Nate that was playing, his save file from the 360 still transferred over, like not just his achievements, but his, you know, where he was at in the game.
Yeah, you have to like you have to upload it to the cloud from the Xbox 360 to have that happen.
Sweet, though.
But still, it's just cool that they implemented that.
Microsoft thinking of everything.
Getting better.
I just want to say one more thing about the Master Chief Collection. When people were complaining about like how bad it was when it first came out, you have to commend them on at least attempting to have 4 completely different like multiplayer experiences on one disc. Like, how hard is that probably to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean it's the ambition behind it is so incredible because like I can't believe, especially now that it's working, I can't believe that I have on one disc or downloaded to your system all of those games, and you can go from the multiplayer maps from one to another, and actually even in the single player there's those playlists that mix and match levels, like all the tank levels from the Halo games and stuff. So it's just the features of that is so worth the value of that game. It's not like where you go,
I commended them
should I
instead
pay
of
for that
bitching.
again? Yeah, it's just great. So.
Eric, did you have anything to say on HD remakes?
They are gorgeous. That is all.
I don't know if I use the word gorgeous.
Short and sweet to the point.
I'll say they're smooth. They're smoother.
They suck.
What can I say?
You want to elaborate on why they suck?
Yeah, I'll say why they suck. Because you guys just name games you can buy for other platformers for $2. If it doesn't have multiplayer online, besides the Rare Replay, what's the point of getting it? God of War.
Are you gonna go back and buy a whole nother?
Go buy a Halo 2 for $2. You could go buy a Halo 1 for $2. Come on.
Yeah,
if it doesn't have online, it's pointless.
A lot of people don't have these.
Everyone's played it. Come on, who here hasn't played the original Halo? Come on.
I played it way late.
Before you don't.
Who's still got their original Xbox hooked up to play Halo?
That was what I was gonna say. A lot of people don't have
but
these
that's where you're wrong, Eric. Maybe if you do your facts before you come on the show, it is backwards compatible with the 360.
It's like saying, "Fuck Netflix, get your VHSs out, bitches."
But wait, Halo 1 is on original Xbox, so is it backwards compatible with the Xbox original backwards
I don't know.
compatibility?
I don't like Halo. Halo's
Like,
stupid.
Halo got old.
Halo's shitty. Enough said.
I liked Halo like 10 years ago.
So therefore, all remakes are bad.
No. Remakes are a good thing. It's either you want to get it or not. If you're not into them, then don't buy them. But I think it's a good option to have.
You forgot to mention Kingdom Hearts. I thought that was dope getting remade.
That was.
I'm surprised no one said that.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
Kind of forgot about it. Yeah.
I know something.
Oh, clever segue. I actually just picked that up for my new PS3. I got the 1.5 remix, so I'm looking to get that soon.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. All right, let's go with Connor's topic, aka 64-bit for life. His topic was, what's one thing that people hate about collecting retro games? What's one thing that you guys hate about collecting retro stuff?
Prices.
Yeah, prices for sure.
For me, it's like people even like when they go hunting now, they only look for value. They don't look for gameplay wise, like what you actually want to fucking play.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'd say for me, what I hate the most is like you go to a flea market or like even thrift stores now. They have like, you know, like Mario Duck Hunt or just like a Zelda game, like super common games marked for like $25, $30 because like those are the games that like everybody wants. So
name recognition.
Yeah, right. Name recognition, exactly. Or like, you know, even like not like the biggest names, but still like really really good titles like Contra. I feel like Contra's like $60 now for the cart. You know, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. Like the prices, that's the biggest thing for me. That's like a real kind of mood killer for collecting and stuff. And everybody goes by eBay price, and most people do, and that really jacks things up way more than it needs to be. But on a side note, the thing for me about collecting, like right when I find that like I completed one thing, it's like there's another thing. It's addicting. It's kind of I guess like an addiction aspect for me is like right when I'm like, oh yeah, I got all the, Zelda's complete. Oh, okay, well now I want to get all the Pokemon complete and I want to, it's like, when does it end?
Or you hear of other games, you're like, oh, I didn't know that was out through other collectors.
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
You see other stuff that like people post. You're like, oh crap, I forgot about that game. I gotta get that too, So that to me is like,
I'd say, like, another thing I really hate about retro collecting, and this wasn't so much a problem a few years ago, but it has become a huge one, is you can't go to, like, thrift stores anymore and find retro games. Like, a few years ago, you go to a thrift store, you could find, like, pretty hard to find games for $1 pretty often. Not all the time, but, like, here and there you would. Now you're lucky if you even see, like, a Super Nintendo cart in, like, a Savers or a thrift store, It doesn't happen anymore. And like a lot of these thrift stores, they'll get them in and they don't even put them out for sale. They'll look them up on eBay and ship them off.
Auction them.
Yeah, auction them off. Right.
Yeah, that's kind of I'd say my biggest problem with retro collecting is you get I don't think the bubble's going to burst anytime soon, no matter what anyone says.
No,
because
me neither.
We have more people collecting now than ever before, and you have a lot of. I don't want to say it because it sounds like we are serious hardcore collectors, but there are a lot of fad collectors that will buy all these games at whatever they're going for on eBay because they need them now, raising the price or keeping the price at this value that it's going for online. And then the next day they're like, oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm selling all my Super Nintendo games. Now I'm going to get N64. And they like kind of, and then or like, okay, I'm done with games. I'm selling them all. It's like they just came in, they swooped in, interrupted the market by, contributing towards the prices that we were complaining about, and then they kind of, but they're not like as serious about it. Or it's almost like the same way that like a reseller who doesn't know anything about games and is just trying to simply resell only. There's a lot of resellers that help out collectors and stuff, but just the ones that like don't even know what they have, but they're like grabbing everything and selling it. Like they're contributing towards that as well, and it's just that's frustrating when you're trying to find stuff or you legit want to collect stuff,
Or like resellers that like could tell you the price of every single game, but they couldn't tell you a damn thing about it, Like
exactly.
That pisses me off. And then there's people who collect games just because they look nice on their shelves, Like people that buy them and never play them, just like buy them as trophy pieces.
Wait.
But I feel like that at least that is like individual collector things. Some people collect certain
I mean,
things.
I can have more respect for that. I mean, it's no different than the people who coin collect and they just
Yeah, no, true
These
that.
things
I mean,
go
I think
pretty,
we're all guilty
know.
of that to some degree. I mean, yeah, of course, there's games I have that I've spent money on that I just got them because I wanted to have them, you know. But
I mean, there's so
we're
many
hoarders.
games like in my backlog. I've bought so many games, yet I don't have any time to play them. So most of the games I have are just kind of sitting on a shelf looking pretty,
but they're there.
but they're there,
Everyone
collecting dust.
I'm never gonna 100% all the games, but I'll probably play all the games. It's even to check them out, and it's a library. You're building a library of games sometimes.
right.
And if we do want to get rid of them, we can sell them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's probably the best thing about collecting video games is it really is an investment. There's really no games you could go out and buy. At least you bought them a couple years ago that you would have lost money in.
Especially Nintendo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
Nintendo. Yeah.
I like collecting retro games right now. I like the challenge. I think it's
I
fun.
like the hunt. I think the
Mr.
hunt.
Sealed Easter
If you
game.
went to a Goodwill and
Yeah.
just Super Nintendo game every time, you'd get bored. You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta have a challenge. You can't just expect. You know.
I hate people who collect
Put in
strictly
time, you get
online.
the game. It's easy. I'm serious. If you put in times, you find games. It's that easy.
I hate the people that
Because tell me
strictly
you can't
buy
find games
online.
nowadays. Get the hell
Yeah,
out.
I mean, man, you go.
Goodwill, I'll come back with 5 games. I
You can go
promise.
to like the half price books and get all those sealed Easter games, man. Those are
Hey, you see what I'm saying? It's no,
I don't have a half price
you can't
book.
just sit back. As long as you go out, you'll find something. But you can't go once a month or like once a week. You gotta
So you're saying if you seek, you will find.
you will see you. Yeah,
I live in a small ass town, so
You
I
live in
see.
the
That's your
ocean.
fault.
They don't have games in
Canada.
the ocean.
That's-
Yeah, it sucks.
At least
man.
you're an exception and not the rule. I mean, I think it's true. You put in the effort and you will get it. Because if there's an expensive game you want, well, start keeping games you find at garage sales that you know are worth
Exactly.
more, but you might already have. And eventually you can trade them all in or sell them all.
Yeah,
and
that's
go
how I got
towards
my
something.
PS3.
I found
And
Conquer
even though
for
like
$7.
stuff like amiibos are hard to
Found it.
find and stuff,
Ew.
if you get up
Amiibos
early, you
are
wait
so
in line, you got a good chance of getting them. You know, it's hard and it's annoying, but you put in the effort, you definitely can reap the rewards. The more
You just have to be
dedicated you are.
very like persistent, not give up. Like if you have a bad garage sale day, like okay, we'll try again next weekend. Don't just be like,
Garage
guilty.
sales can be incredibly frustrating.
I'm guilty of that. I was like, F it after 3 times. And I haven't
I-
done it since.
I haven't garage saled in a long time. Well, the main thing is I don't like to get up in the morning. If you want to find
That's-
games at a garage sale, you need to get up at like 6.
Especially if you've been
Yeah.
drinking. You can't get up.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? I'd rather get up like and go garage sailing hungover than have to go to work hungover.
Yeah, it's
At
true.
least-
It's very true.
Yeah.
But when I stagger up, red eyes, messed up hair, they're like, "What is this dude doing?" I swear it happened. They look at me like I'm trying to rape their children, not steal games. I mean, buy games, not steal games.
No, I think they're better than garage sales. I've always had more luck
yeah,
there.
flea markets are a good bet.
Flea markets are ass here.
Find stuff at 11 o'clock.
I say the
Okay.
best bet is like a church rummage sale. Like when
No,
you
those suck. You're an idiot.
No, they're not. They're
No,
good.
you are.
No,
an
fuck
idiot.
you.
Dude,
Okay,
all you
no,
find at
shut
church
up.
rummage-
Just
those
shut
are
up.
You'll
I'm
find
talking.
her
VHSs and potted plants.
And
What are you
sham
talking about?
house.
They have. I found
Lots of
games at
glassware.
church sales lots of times. I've talked to
No.
people that have found some of their best stuff at church sales. It's a thing.
Scott
Deal
does.
with it.
On JHMDF.
Yeah.
They're always like scoring at
You know,
church.
let's go to a rummage sale, Dave. Well, I bet you all we find is potted plants and VHSs.
No, I don't want to go with you now.
And their Jesus VHSs.
Make my own video.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with garage sales and flea markets though too, it's also if you go with like a buddy and stuff, it's kind of an event. Like flea markets. Okay, you don't find games, but oh my god, look at this weird puppet that's horrifying from the 1930s or something. You see stuff like that along the way. At least you have the opportunity of that. So even if you don't get games necessarily, you might find something else, or
There's
you
a cool
are
like,
entertained. At least.
Steamboat Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I found a Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse plushie that
Yeah.
looked pretty cool.
Do you
It
guys
goes for a little bit of value online. I got it for a
Wait,
couple
wait, you have a
bucks. I was like,
Steam? I got that at Disney World.
do you guys
Yeah,
remember the
probably where it's
retro
from.
hunters buying
Yeah.
random shit and making the other one wear it and stuff?
Dude, that was like my favorite part.
You don't remember that? They'd have to
Yeah.
like buy the weirdest thing and make the other one use it or wear it.
Oh, we're gonna start
That
doing
was
that.
shit. Man.
You got to do that and the faceless games. Those were good times with the retro hunters.
Yeah. I think for me, when it comes to like one of the things I dislike the most, and I was gonna say competition, then I realized I had Sprite lovers in this chat too, and I'm like,
Going down, Eric.
oh jeez.
Yeah, we live close, so.
No, competition is not something it's not something I'm actually upset about. I welcome it. It's video games. It's supposed to be in good, clean fun. Unless someone's like cutting me off at like the leg, then I'm not gonna take it personally. Now if Nate were to show up and like hit me in my knee with a baseball bat, then the shit's on.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out, Eric. Watch out.
There's more than you think.
We got our Louisville Slugger.
Yeah. No, I think for me, the one disappointing thing with collecting retro, because a lot of what everyone said made sense. I think what D said made a lot of sense. If you put in the time, you're gonna find something. You gotta be persistent. You can't give up if you have like one bad garage sale day. I've had far too many to count, but I usually go out there with the whole idea of just try and have a little fun. Try and make it an adventure, because when you're home, what can you at least say about your day? Could you say, well, I was miserable and anything, or did I have some fun? But my problem is probably the lack of heart with certain people when it comes to collecting. It's just people who look at it more in the sense of price tag and trying to rip off other people knowingly. Let me just say that, knowingly.
I've done that.
Yeah.
People like you, then.
No, it really is all about the adventure, though. You know, like D and I, we make hunting videos, and like ours are more about fun than about the games you're gonna find. And honestly, like some of our best videos were days where we found absolutely shit. You know, but
Sega Genesis.
Exactly, but
honestly, the best part of your videos is you guys just talking in the car. Like that's what I like.
It is.
But you guys say some funny shit.
But that's what game hunting is all about. It's about making friends and having adventures.
But Dave's funnier.
A takeaway from it. There's gotta be some takeaway with it. If you're just gonna be upset if you can't find something, then it's like you're not enjoying what you're doing, and you're gonna enjoy it less as time goes on.
That's why they have eBay.
I think I'd have more fun hunting if I had someone to hunt with. Like, it would be super fun rather than just driving by yourself like 30 minutes and then not finding shit and then going home.
You can only have so many conversations in your head.
I know.
But see, if you go with somebody else,
many times.
If you go with someone else, then you're gonna have to watch your back because you're gonna get caught slipping.
It's why you have to have a code.
You
have to be like, hey, I'm collecting Zelda, so we find anything Zelda, I get it.
Yeah.
You can't just
I think that my friends and I think know that.
Like,
we've been
like when we go game hunting. D gets all the Gamecom and Jaguar games. I get everything else, and that way,
that's fair.
That way, it's fair for everybody.
Oh, if we find a rare game between Dave and I'll be like, Dave, do you have it? If he says yes, or like if I don't have it, I get it. If he doesn't have it, he gets it. That's how we do it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Don't be crappy and keep 2 of the rare games when you already have it. Just like the Game Chasers, I think they did that one time, didn't they?
Yeah, I keep it, and then I give Dave the shittier copy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I think when I was discussing the whole idea of like getting together with Nate for garage selling, he told me straight up. He goes, "I am competitive, straight up." And I'm like,
well, it's because when you wrote me about the garage sale, it was only a few weeks after I had gone with a friend of mine, and we were pretty fair throughout the day. I got a good Zelda game for Game Boy Game Boy Color. He got a Zelda for NES that he found later in the day. We were kind of like, okay, back and forth. But then I found there was like a big bin of sports games for $5 a piece, and usually $5 is too much for a sports game. But in those was the NCAA College Basketball 2K3.
Oh my gosh!
I snagged it, and I was like, and I just grabbed it right away, and he was like, "What is that? Is it? Oh no! I thought it was PS2," and I just held on to it with both hands. So I got competitive, but like throughout the day, we weren't like at each other's throats. You know what I mean?
Fuck that! If you would have picked it out, I would have punched him right in the face. Took it.
Well, to be fair on that, Connor, I do believe Nate was driving.
Oh.
I would walk home. That would be worth it. Fuck that.
An $30 game.
All right, let's move on to the next topic.
But I got one more thing. I like buying lots on eBay. I think lots are the best things to buy.
Take what you want, sell the rest.
Yeah.
No, that's how I got that NCAA basketball. Got it like with 60 games, and I only paid $120 for a lot.
If you
I'm
have
poor,
if you have
so-
the time to break shit up and sell it separately, then that's a good way to get free games or make a little cash.
And if you know the value, if you know one game's worth what
Right.
you're spending for the lot, or 2 or 3 games that you want are worth the lot price, then it's like, well, I would have bought these games for this price at a store separately, so I might as well get this lot and have some to keep and sell and pick
Yeah,
through.
sell the other games, trade them in, to stores for store
Put in
credit
the
or other
time
stuff.
to get the game
Yeah.
and the store.
All right, let's move on to Nathan and Megan's topic from Sprite Lovers. Their topic is Rocket League, the new game for the PS4.
Oh heck yeah!
I
So
personally
I
haven't
wanted
played
to talk about. Oh yeah, who hasn't played it here?
I haven't. I saw gameplay. The gameplay looks pretty fucking awesome.
I think it looks stupid.
I think I was watching Game Grumps play it or something.
it's dumb.
But yeah, it
Okay, well,
looks good.
Why do you think it looks stupid? I actually most
not-
people
it's
are in
just not
agreement
good.
with us, so
It's not good.
I want to hear the other side.
It's not good. Come on, honestly. You really think it's that good?
I really think it's great.
Super
I'm not
fun.
even joking.
Explain. Let's hear you.
Okay,
No,
so-
no. You explain why it's bad first.
Yeah, you're the
No,
minority.
I
here.
can totally sell why I love the game.
Yeah, I want to hear someone's opinion why they don't like it. I'm not.
I think he doesn't like because of
In
the
all,
hype train.
in all honesty,
It's not a fun game.
it's soccer with cars.
It's not a fun game.
It's
Come on, guys.
I mean,
honestly.
it's
There's no
fun,
game.
but
Come on.
You know, you could binarily speak of any game like that. I mean,
I'd rather
honestly,
honestly
you're just
football.
jumping on mushrooms. You know, I mean, like you can pare something down to that, but
Yeah, but
when you're
Connor
actually
played
playing
that
it,
for 8 hours today. What are
it's
you
the-
talking about?
I know. But it's all about the physics, the play control. It
Yeah.
all
The
works.
physics
It's just
are
one of those
terrible.
things that clicked the minute I played it. I was like, everybody's talking about this game. What is this game? And I download because I downloaded it when it was free, and I was like, I'll check it out later. Then I heard people talking about it, and my nephew's like, you got to check this out. And so I popped it in, and it's just one of those games, and it's not unique in this way. It's one of those games that every once in a while come out that's just simple, addictive, and
Mhm.
comes out of nowhere. It wasn't like it was hyped up. It wasn't a game that people were like, oh, here. And it's funny because it's a sequel too. So it's you didn't have people saying, oh, sequel to the famous whatever. I don't even know what the original game was that it's based off of.
I mean, what I really love about it, like Nate mentioned, it's simple. The controls are really easy. Once you start playing, it's a little weird at first, and then it becomes like second nature. I mean, really, you don't even have to be that experienced of a player to play this game. I don't know. That's kind of what.
And the more I
like about
play,
it.
the more I'm learning special tricks and directions to hit the ball. And look, I'm going to say right now, I'm not a sports guy. In real life, I don't really care about sports, and slightly more in video games because there's still fun video games of sports I don't enjoy. But so it's not the description of soccer with cars isn't that far off from its base idea, but it's just something about the grab and go. It reminded me of when I first played NBA Jam back in the day, or something that's just so simple. I mean, that was simple. You have 2-on-2 teams, and you're just dunking and running, and that's pretty much all NBA Jam is. But that was so fun and addicting, and this is very similar in that regard. And what's cool too is it not only do you play online, but it has 4-player split screen, which not many games do anymore. So it's a good local game and a good online game. So it's just the package for, especially for being a free game on PlayStation Plus. The minute I played it, I'm like, I'm telling everybody about this game because and everybody who I've told, except for some of you naysayers here, has tried it and enjoyed it. So
Yeah, I never played the game. I just wanted to argue.
What I love
that's good.
about it,
Well, it's fine. It adds variety to the conversation.
what I love about it, it's one of those games you could just start,
for some reason.
play a few matches, and then be done with it, and you're still good.
no,
Good pick
that's
up and
the
play game.
5-minute rounds is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have to like dedicate 2 hours to have fun with it. Like
But you can also dedicate 8 hours if you get it.
you can. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the little customization things too. I noticed. I just started playing, so I haven't been able to really customize my car much. But I don't know. Nate's got a little like pink heart, and he like
Pirate
added
hat.
some cool like he's got like a cool hat he's rocking now, and some cool like paint.
Mine has a wizard's hat.
Yeah, so I think that stuff's kind of cool, you know.
It seems like for what it is, it's not a very original game. Like, soccer with cars, it's been done countless times. But it seems like they did it incredibly well. It seems like the controls are right on point. It seems like everything
Those are
handles very well.
tight.
It seems like the mechanics are tuned up very well. It just seems like an all-around, well-polished game.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. You have like the physics of your car, being able to drive up the walls in the cages you're playing in and flipping around, reminds me of something like the stunt mode of San Francisco Rush or something, where you're just doing flips and stuff, but you could do that across the soccer field. And I think the explosive soccer ball is a very good touch, because when you land that goal, whether it's you aim it straight in or somebody accidentally taps it in, it explodes and sends the cars nearby flying, and it's just high intensity with each.
It's rewarding when you get it in.
Yeah, and something
Like,
I'll say,
boom.
like, that kind of ties into what Nate was saying. There's this awesome, like, weight to the game. Like, yeah, when you make a goal, you freaking feel it. You feel like you're like, yeah, I made a goal, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, when you're smashed into the cars, when you hit the ball, I don't know. It's just, it's something about it just feels.
It's rewarding when you get it in.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a couple topics we were thinking of talking about, but that game, it I don't know, something about the visceral nature of the matches in that, and it just it really was something that I feel like, you know, more and more people need to check out, because it's, if you're like me and Megan and don't typically wouldn't play a soccer game,
What are you doing?
so to speak, we love this to death. So it's worth checking out for anybody, no matter what your preference. So.
And don't avoid it just because of the hype. Do
Yeah.
not do it.
Believe the hype.
Yeah.
'Cause that happens a lot. People are like,
Yeah.
screw that game. Everyone likes that game.
I need to check it out. Seems like a fun time.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Me and Dave haven't played the game, but it looks so much fun, and that's the thing, because I do like sports games. So obviously there's that appeal, and I like racing games, so there's that appeal. And I'm just gonna throw this out there: was it just me, or was like the very first impression of that arena? Did it not remind you of what they played Blitzball in Final Fantasy X, or was that?
I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, really quickly, and then I'll be done on this. But I was having a conversation with somebody on YouTube about this. They're like, I don't understand why it's so popular. I'm like, well, think of it kind of like as you're someone that's being reintroduced to going outside again. Like, you're the kind of person that plays games. You're an indoor person, which is cool. But then, you get invited to do like something outdoors, and then before you know it, you're out there playing horseshoes, and you're doing darts, and then you're in the pool swimming, and you're doing that, and then it's like a breath of fresh air in a very good way. And
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It looks like it's a much needed breath of fresh air in a sea of first-person shooters and just a lot of things being remade. I'm like, welcome it out. I mean, this looks crisp, and I can't wait to try it.
Despite how simple it is too, it's also complex in a sense that it keeps all your stats too. So you can see like all your percentages, all your goals. Like if you're like competitive, you can keep track of all that stuff on there. So it's pretty.
And
cool.
all the little medals and stuff that you get as you play for like doing a near, like you get saves, epic saves, centering the ball towards the goal, shooting on the goal. You'll get a shot
so like
on
high
goal
scores
medal.
too.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that's where the depth comes in and then that's why the physics I mentioned earlier, like once you start to understand, like, okay, if I hit the ball from this angle, it's probably not going to do this. You start to get a little more advanced with the gameplay, but it still never loses that simple grab and go gameplay to it.
It's great.
It's selling me on the PS4.
Game of the
Well,
year.
you live near me, Eric, so you can come over and play it before having to buy a PS4.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna jot that down.
I will say the prequel is only $2.99 on your PS3, PSN though, Eric.
What is the game
Dude,
retail now for?
it's-
Rocket
Oh
League?
my. Steam. I believe it's 20.
20.
But my laptop couldn't handle that because it. Yeah, I don't want to imagine what'll happen, but not good things.
Get the
It's also
first one, Eric.
cross-play between the PS4 and PC as well.
Oh, that's
so,
pretty sweet.
yeah,
Unless
it's-
one has like a control advantage or something.
That was awesome. I love that it had crossplay. That is a great feature.
I think because you're not like aiming with a crosshair, it probably isn't that much, one way over the other. In fact, maybe the controller would be the preferred way to play it.
Oh, I was just meaning either direction's advantage. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. Let's go with Eric's topic, Black and Blue 19. Eric's topic is, if you had to pick 3 games and put them in a time capsule, what would those 3 games be?
Now, each of those 3 games does have a subtopic, and if no one remembered it, I got it right here. It's one game that you would love to see remade 100 years from now, one game that you would want to stay completely the same, and one game that you would want to shield from humanity.
Oh, okay. That
Okay,
adds an interesting twist.
Yeah.
So we should do like one by one because I forget them already.
Okay, then what if we were to start with like one game that you would like to see remade 100 years from now?
Sunset Riders.
Forgot to
Yeah!
think about this one.
It's a good choice. I like that. Honestly, I'm gonna say Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo.
We already saw what happened when somebody tried to remake
I
that.
know. I think that second at bat.
Want another
could be
chance
done.
at it.
Yeah, they need another swing at that one. I think
100 years is enough time to forget about Reshelled, and then they can do a good remake or remaster or sequel.
I think they could get it right, but they need to keep the music the same. That game had some of the best 16-bit music ever made.
Definitely.
I'd say even better than Castlevania 4.
Ooh.
Oh, no, that's good. All good stuff.
I'm gonna go with Superman 64. It deserves another chance.
Give it another chance.
Superman 164.
Are you sure that shouldn't be under the games we should avoid
Oh,
category?
that's pick that soccer thing you guys were talking about.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say Battletoads for sure.
Yeah.
Battletoads is perfect. Okay? Most perfect game ever made.
What would you change about Superman 64? What do you think they could improve on?
Everything.
Honestly,
Its existence.
on the graphics. That's about it.
Other than that, it's good.
It's all control if they had to remake that game because that's what ruins it. I played games with worse graphics than Superman 64.
I think they need to add some more fog.
Controls are that bad. Honestly,
I just want to say I played that before it was known as the worst game ever.
Flying through the
it's
the
easy.
rings. It's awful.
Dude, I have a funny story about that game. I remember when it came out. I think I was like 11, and like I was into video games then too. Like I always read magazines and stuff. And I was at the store, and I saw some kid that was older than me, like about to buy Superman 64, and like I had already read the review about it being terrible. And I was like, "Hey man, you shouldn't buy that. That game's terrible." And he's like, "Shut up, little boy. I'm gonna get this game. Do what I want." And like I just imagine like this kid going home and like trying to tell himself it's a good game. Like, fuck that little kid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This game's incredible.
He's tracked you down ever since. He's gonna assassinate you.
It's now his favorite game of all time.
Yeah. No, that game's god awful.
I want Pokemon Red remade, by the way, in 100 years.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Aren't they? They remade it on the GBA.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Leaf Green. I'm talking about like hardcore, like Skyrim style remake.
Like, dude,
100 years from now, fucking like 4D stuff.
Yeah, they could basically just like they would make you a Pokemon person.
Yeah.
I would be Ash.
I can agree with that. I mean, it's this one was kind of a hard one for me to pick, but I mean, I kept thinking of some of my favorite games, and yeah, Pokemon's definitely up there. I mean, if there was a more like 40 whatever like virtual element to it where you can go through like freaking like woods and crap and like catch Pokemon, like I don't know, it'd be kind of cool.
I think that we gotta think 100 years. That's a long time.
Like I'm thinking more of like the
video games haven't
technology.
even been around for 100 years.
I know. So I feel like
Nor have I.
from a tech perspective, I think like a game that let's say like when you play games in 100 years in the future, you're inside the games.
Like I don't want to just think of graphics. Like I want to think of the overall experience
how you
of
play
the game.
and stuff.
You
I think
you could
something
pick
like
any gen then.
Well, I think something like Portal would be a good game because it's so physics based and you're flying around and the puzzles involve going through those portals and stuff. That in a futuristic technology projection seems like something like that would be. Either that or something really immersive would be a good game to say remake this now, 100 years worth of technology. Who knows what that could be?
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I kind of cheated and I picked 2, but I'll just say 1.
Yeah, right.
You could say 2.
I would pick. Well, I'm gonna. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna pick 2 because it's my topic.
Yeah. There you go.
My 2. One of them was a game that I played that I wanted more from, and that was Dragon Ball Z Sagas.
Really? Are you like that game?
Hold on, let me explain.
Okay, I'm waiting. Because
So
I love
I think-
Dragon Ball Z, but that game's fucking awful.
They hyped up this game to be a very open world RPG-ish type game with Dragon Ball Z characters. Dragon Ball Z, which is a series I love very, very much.
Oh, me too. I hold it very dear to my heart.
And I'm
Just
gonna-
watching.
Megan's watching it for the first time right now, so that's kind of funny you mention it.
I'm a little behind, but
Okay, well, I have many a box sets if you need to borrow some.
are they unedited?
Yeah.
I think they're the first
Any
couple
day, man.
but I'll But anyway, I think Dragon Ball Z Sagas because I think it promised a lot, and if it would have delivered, it could have carried over what RPGs could have been at that time to a much higher standard.
I
So-
see where you're going with this.
So, yeah, so let's take that premise, move it 100 years in the future, and I don't want to say make it Skyrim-esque, but I want to say, like, implement a lot of the changes that we're seeing now in third-person, like, RPG-ish games like Dragon Age. Imagine that with a Dragon Ball Z skin.
Yeah.
I
you're
would
right, 'cause-
definitely play that.
Because one thing I like about Saga is, even though it's a failed attempt at a great Dragon Ball game, is that every Dragon Ball game before it was just a one-on-one fighter, and that game actually took you through the story or the sagas, and that was kind of cool. And you know, obviously the RPGs on like Game Boy Advance and stuff were literally going through the stories, you know, and were RPGs. But that's on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
so
I was just
you know,
gonna mention those, but yeah.
that'd be cool to see that realized. You know.
Yeah.
DVZ.
See, with Dragon Ball Z, with that game, it had a lot of promise, but it couldn't deliver. And then, like, everything else was like Ultimate Battle 22, and everyone's like, "That's great." I'm like, "I've played Ultimate Battle 22. It's really not all that great of a fighting game."
No, that game's
But-
terrible. That's up
but
there with Final Bout, GT Final Bout.
Yeah.
Yeah, until Budokai came out, there really wasn't a good Dragon Ball game.
No, until Budokai came out, the only one out in America was Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, which had a very small print release. And before that game was re-released, it sold for like $200+ on eBay.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
the only way you could play a DBZ or DB game in America.
And the other game would be Faxanadu for Nintendo.
Okay. That's an interesting choice.
And I'll tell you why. Because that game was I think one of the very first games I ever played. It was one of the first RPGs I ever played. I feel it had a much better and underrated soundtrack than even Legend of Zelda. I'm not going to say it does. I'm going to say it has a good one.
Blasphemy! I'm just kidding.
Gotta branch out if you want to live a little, bucko.
Okay.
But I'm just going to say
Throw
that.
down in the Gaming Central podcast.
But you called me the B word, I guess.
So Faxanadu and Dragon Ball Z Saga. So next game is one game you would want to leave completely alone. It doesn't need to be touched.
Okay. I would honestly, I'm not saying this to like be funny or be a jerk, but I'd say Bubsy 3D. And the reason I don't want this changed is because I want people to see how far we have come. That's the type of crap we had to play in 1995. That was what was considered a 3D platformer. I just want people to know what we had to deal with.
Like the
That's a very good
games.
reasoning.
Dude, I wasn't paying attention. What were we talking about?
Games that you wouldn't want to... Games that are going in the time capsule that you wouldn't want to have touched or altered in any way.
Don't all jump in at once, everyone.
I don't know.
I think the easiest one that came to my head right away was Tetris, because it doesn't need to change. It's like a perfect puzzler. You know, it's timeless. That's the thing. It's timeless. So put it in a capsule to 100 years, 500 years, still the Tetris formula works. And yes, there have been variations and sequels and spin-offs, but that doesn't need to change. It's just pure.
I think that's like the definition of a timeless game right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nate's choice is very solid, and I would say the same thing, except I'm trying to be different here. The original Mario to me is timeless.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
I was thinking that
to me that game is perfection. Like, that is the first game I think of when I think of my childhood. Like, everybody, even if you don't play video games, if you're not a gamer, most people have at least played Mario.
That's right.
All of it. They know the music from it. So to me, that's my pick.
True that.
So timeless classics and the low points of our hobby are some of the best things to fit this category.
Corey, do you have another one to replace Mario Brothers, or are you all you tapped out?
I was gonna say Super Metroid, but then I was like,
Ooh.
They could have improved Super
That-
Metroid by what they did in Zero Mission. I
Yeah.
thought Zero Mission had better gameplay than Super
That
Metroid.
game could look so good if they put it on the Wii U. Like, just completely ported it on there. But, like,
Right.
change the graphics to, like, the
Yeah.
new stuff. I would poop a little. And I'd actually go and try to beat that.
That's
Because I honestly like Zero Mission more than Super Metroid.
I need to get it.
I actually haven't played Zero Mission. I played
It's
Fusion.
really
I beat
good.
Fusion. I like that a lot, but I've never.
Yeah, I have Zero Mission, but I haven't beaten it. So, but Super
Mhm.
Metroid is in my top 5 favorite games of all time, so I can see
I do like
I-
Super Metroid.
any
Yeah,
Metroid being an example of what. Because you got to think like these ones that are timeless, they have to be like genre creators. You know what I mean? Or like something that just
Yeah.
created a pillar in the gaming hobby. Like
Because Metroid
you know,
is Metroid because it's a side scroller. Like
yeah,
you
and that,
can't-
there's a reason why the Castlevania that was more Metroid-like is a Metroidvania, and all those games now that follow it are called Metroidvanias because it's like it
Yeah.
started with the Metroid. And yes, there's so many
Right.
beyond that, but that's what started it. Is the Metroid series, you know.
This one was a little challenging. At first, I was gonna say the most obvious pick, which would be Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, no, that can improve. That can
And it
definitely
is going
be
to.
improved, and it will be improved. And then I was thinking of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I'm like, no, again, there's room for improvement. There's only one game that stood out as far as like, I want this game in physical form somehow, and I will never change it, and that would be the Simpsons arcade game.
Mm.
I can see that.
Quintessential 90s right there. The game
Dude.
is perfect in every single way.
I think D's making fun of us behind the camera because Dave's laughing.
I wouldn't know. I have no videos.
I got my game.
Yeah, what's your game, D?
I picked Custer's Revenge.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
yeah.
For the Atari
Timeless.
2600?
Dude, I'm
I just
honestly...
want to show how like fucked up people were in the 80s.
Is that the one where you catch jizz in your mouth or
No.
what?
No, that's beat
Oh,
'em
no,
and
that's where
eat
you
'em.
rape
Oh yeah, yeah.
Native
you
American
rape the
tied to a
Native American-
cactus.
Yeah, yeah,
If I,
Eat 'em and
honestly-
eat 'em is the one you're thinking of.
Dude,
yeah.
I have 6 copies of that.
Another timeless classic.
Dude, those
They're
are
all
expensive games.
But if I,
That's
Castle,
like a $500 game right there.
Yeah, I keep...
I wish I owned it.
Connor, you got a game?
Alright, honestly, if I could pick one, it'd be NFL Blitz.
Go on.
And I know that's weird because those games are
Hey,
badass.
That's a
Alright,
fun
go on.
game.
Yeah.
After the whistle blows, you keep beating the crap out
Yeah.
of people and like
Yeah.
sing them and stuff.
And it's so much fun to play with other people. Like, it's one of those games that I don't feel like needed to have another sequel.
no.
It did not. That was the first one. Is just that's NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're on the last one, which would be the game that you would want to have shielded from all humanity. The one game that you're like, no, humanity can't know about this in the future.
Your mom.
Call of Duty, #1. Fuck that
Woo!
shit. It's stupid.
Hey,
Um,
I like Call of Duty.
Oh my god.
I'm 12,
please,
remember?
Please don't turn into the fucking typical 13-year-old YouTuber.
Hey. Dude, no, I passed 13.
Yeah, no. You're...
I know it's a cop out, but I don't really think anything, and I actually think the Bubsy 3D example was a kind of a reason why. Like, there's always a way to look back historically on the crap
Yeah.
and the ones that are so bad they're funny or good.
No,
you know?
okay.
That's the thing. There's something to like, even the shittiest
This
game,
is-
like Bubsy or that one where you rape the Indians. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's got to be something good about it. Like,
This
and
game.
it's, you can look back on the mistakes and be like, all right, let's not do that again. So why would you want to shield it? Because otherwise, someone else is just gonna make another crappy game, and we're gonna be like, oh no, you know. At least we
This
know not to
game-
make those games again.
It is one of the worst things I've ever played in
Yeah.
my life.
Anything made by the company Zoo,
Yeah,
fucking
just
terrible games.
That's a good game, bro. I beat it.
No, like he did a review on that game. What is that? What's that one, Connor?
Calvin Tucker.
He didn't really do a review, he did.
Animal Racing.
And I'm doing a review on Bigfoot Collision Course. They're both made by the same company, and it's honestly one of the worst games I've ever played. Like I had to stop. I just couldn't do it.
I like
Yeah,
it.
those shovelware games are they're
Yeah.
rough.
Oh, and the Wii and the 3DS and the DS are known for their shovelware.
3DS.
Yeah, it's like those companies have a formula, and they just
Yeah.
create these games that touch on all the like bullet points. You know, it's similar to a lot of the mobile shovelware. You
they're
know,
like
it's just
they're
like
cookie cutter games is what it comes
yep, they're
down
like
to.
here's how you make a game on this simple cut and paste book.
Right.
You know, and there it is, and so it's like functionally considered a game, but they're just so you almost have to like from our perspective of collectors and stuff. It's like I'm sure you guys feel the same when you're at a store or something. You gloss completely past them. It's just like nope. But you
Some
get
of them,
familiar with the cover.
They do make funny Let's Plays, though. I'll give them that.
That's true.
I just buy them because then I want to make fun of them.
So
well, I have a few Wii ones, so I'm guilty of purchasing them as well.
Corey, what game would you choose to do Shield from Humanity?
Well, I think about games a little differently than a lot of people. Like, I see, like, the art and the, like, the work people have put into them, so I have some appreciation for every game. Like, even if I despise it, which I know D's probably rolling his eyes at me. But, I guess I'd pick World of Warcraft.
Oh,
fuck those games. Those are stupid.
Cheers, buddy.
just because it wouldn't hurt me if it didn't ever exist. Like, you know what I mean?
I think it would have helped me.
Too.
There's like 1,000 of them. They're not different, and I don't get it.
That's oh my god.
Except Leroy Jenkins wouldn't exist, I guess.
That's true. Almost validates the existence of World of Warcraft.
That's
all right.
D, do you have a game?
I think a game that no one should ever play.
Yeah.
Battletoads.
You know that Super Mario Brothers for the NES.
What?
Why? Explain this.
I knew
you need
you were
a
going to
reason.
say that.
Why? You want me to,
gaming.
Yeah, and stop buying time.
I don't want people to play perfection in the future. I want them to play the shit games we had to play.
Play Mario. Then you would take away Mario Bros. 3, because that's what everybody
I'm
likes.
taking away all the Marios. I'm gonna.
I
leave
love
them.
2. I know
I
I'm
want
weird.
Bubsy to be the
Two's not even a
mascot.
Mario.
Dude, I would fucking die if Bubsy was the main Nintendo. I'd be like,
The
yes.
world where Bubsy replaced Mario. It's like a concept for a like movie.
Did any of you like Super James Toad?
I have no idea what that
Wait,
is.
what?
No, really. That is Super James Toad on Super Nintendo.
I've played
It's like a
James.
platform.
I've played James Pond.
James Pond, that's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
That's
Okay.
Oh,
That game is so good.
Yeah, no, that's.
for real,
James
though?
Toad. Why did I say Toad? Dude, he's a frog.
I'm like
Totally
that's
ignoring
a
the James
thing,
Bond
too?
pun, man.
Honestly, I would pick Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
Oh.
Let's play that.
That's an
I've never
interesting
played it,
game.
so it's been
I
shielded
wanna
for me
try
so
it.
far.
You just try and find children in the closet, and then you just
Yeah,
shoot 'em.
literally. You just find little kids in the closet.
That is bizarre.
children.
Suffer from
Yeah.
vitiligo.
Oh, man. The best part.
If you catch a meteorite that falls down, you turn into the robot Michael Jackson. That's scary.
Robo Jackson.
Connor, you got a game to shield from humanity?
I thought I already said mine.
Oh, what was it?
It's the fucking zoo games.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Connor.
Yeah.
Well, like, what the fuck?
No, that's good. Good work, Connor. You
No one
do
listens.
good. You do good.
Hercules. Sorry.
Let's move on to the next topic.
That's cool. I didn't get the answer.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. See, you don't have video.
Wow, Dave, you're an
No,
asshole.
It's hard to tell who answered and who didn't because you don't have video.
So you know what? Dave was setting up a platform, and now I'm just walking out onto it.
Yeah. Now we're all really listening.
Oh yeah, it's really not going to be anything too major because I kind of look at the games the same way. I try not to hate on them because it's so easy to hate on games because they don't meet your expectations. But there was one game that it pissed me off so much that I couldn't get better at it no matter how much I tried, and that would be Balls for the Sega Genesis.
Oh, that
Balls.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking glitch.
That is the jankiest fighter I'd ever
Yeah.
played in my life. And I had just got done with Vector Man. I'm like, okay, well this is cool, but it's nothing to write home to mom about. And I play this, I'm like, what is this shit?
I think they took the controls from Shaq Fu and just copied them into Balls.
It's
Into
so
3D.
annoying.
No,
If someone gets hit, it sounds like a woman, and for no reason. It could be a male character or an animal, and it just sounds like a woman moaning.
Can I have a question? Is this game referring to testicles or like?
It's
No,
it's
Referring to poorly made 16-bit blast processing circular
No,
balls
it's-
resemble
It's-
human.
It was somewhat ambitious for the
It's
time.
about Dippin' Dots.
Horribly
It had-
executed.
Pretty much. They look like Dippin' Dots.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's a big.
Oh, I think I've seen the
It's
cover of that
Dippin'
actually.
Dots.
Yeah.
There was no
It's like
ambition.
a.
It was
It's like
it was,
neon colored, the cover.
there was no ambition behind it. It was, hey, Vector Man did cool. Let's make a fighting game with the same mechanics.
I mean, I would say it was ambitious. It was just horribly executed. It could have been good. It just
Mike
wasn't.
Jackson was ambitious. This was lazy.
What did you say was ambitious?
I said Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was ambitious. Superman 64 was ambitious. This was lazy.
I
thought he
think
said my accent
Michael
was
Jackson
ambitious.
Moonwalker was a very early release Genesis game too.
Well, that
It's
game was bad.
It's not
it's-
that bad. It's just I don't.
Oh,
It's like what
It's
genre do you
bad.
put that under? Like, do you put that under like pedophile or like how do you even classify that
the
game?
thing is, like, you do your special and waste all your health. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Jacksonvania.
That's a weird game. All right, let's move on to the next topic. We'll go with my topic, and that is guilty pleasures in gaming, or games that you like to play that are regarded as not great games, but you still enjoy them for one or whatever reason. And
boy.
I would say for me, that would be the Extreme series. For the PlayStation 1, you had 1 Extreme,
Oh, I
2
love those.
Extreme, 3 Extreme.
Those
Yeah.
are-
Horribly rated games. I think in the old PlayStation magazine, they got like half a disc out of 5, which is like the worst score you could get.
Oh yeah.
But I love those games. I would play them all the time with my friends. I mean, the best way to describe them is it's kind of like Road Rash on like
Yes,
a
it's a
skateboard.
spiritual successor to Road Rash.
Yeah, right. It's like Road Rash, but like on a skateboard or rollerblades or a bike or whatever. You know, you go down a hill, you go through the gates from one gate to the next, you knock your friends over and shit. But like it's a big glitch fest. There's tons of things that go wrong.
Oh,
with
yeah.
It's the graphics are terrible. The levels are all the same. There's nothing really exciting in the game, but there's just something about that game that I just always love to play. Then the Tony Hawk games too. I always loved playing the Tony Hawk games when I was a kid.
They're like million sellers. So.
Yeah, but those are regarded, I guess, as good games. So I don't know if you count that.
Oh, it's
I mean,
good.
the
The
series
first
did
four.
start to dip after a while, but man, like I used to be able to put those in the system and play them for hours on end.
I guess if you said Tony Hawk Ride was your guilty pleasure, then that would fit this.
I haven't played that one yet.
Don't.
Me neither.
I don't
We
think-
found
honestly-
it in the dumpster once.
It's not as bad as people say it is, though. To be 100% honest with you.
Tony Hawk Ride.
Yeah,
I saw your review of it. I like that.
it's not
I did
as
too.
it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, I got a question for you with that, Connor.
Uh huh.
Would you say it would better? I guess you could say would it be better suited for people who are more accustomed to actually skateboarding?
Hell no.
I think it's
Okay.
kind of like asking about Guitar and Guitar Hero.
Yeah, no. Like skateboarding is so much easier than because that thing doesn't have wheels, so you don't have any balance. It's not stable.
I think the best skateboarding game is the Skate series by EA.
Oh, those games are so fun.
Great series.
Those games are.
So-
I'm
incredible.
getting those soon.
I could play Skate 3 all day.
I
I've
think
bought
I
that
just
game
got-
3 different times because people keep stealing it.
I think I just got it for PS3, by the way,
You did
See,
get it
I-
for PS3?
and I might be getting.
I would play Skate, but I just got done watching these two jerks play it, and they kind of ruined it for me.
Well, maybe you should watch us play it, and then it won't
Yeah.
unruin it.
I noticed I watched two jerks play something, and I'm like, meh. Sprite Lovers plays it, yeah, buddy.
We try to do.
We'll make it cool again.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know how to take that.
What a jerk.
Let me see. I have a couple guilty pleasures. I don't know if these are considered bad. I don't know. I don't know what people think of them. I don't think people think like favorably of them. They're just there. First one, like any like Dance Central or Just Dance.
Oh
I
my God.
I like to dance.
You're one of
And it-
those.
I know. Or DDR, or one of the, I
She
suck
says
at
that, but we don't
I
really
used to play
own any of
DDR a
those.
lot.
So-
Well, like if
She'll play
I
it.
have played them at other people's houses. The ones that I do own, though, that's another guilty pleasure of mine. Any of the like SingStar games, like I have a Queen one. I have like a pop hits of I don't know the '90s or something. One of those. I have a couple different ones. I'm a sucker for bad karaoke, so I don't know. those are my guilty.
Those are
pleasures.
kind of fun, actually.
Especially when you're like drunk too.
Yeah.
So you don't give.
Like, and while you're playing them, you act like you don't really like it, but in your head, you're like, this is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm playing like the SingStar Queen.
Yeah, we did also
my
get
God.
Def Jam Rap Star for $5 at
Yes,
Kmart
dude,
once, and that is really fun.
Dude, that shit is my jam. Seriously, it's so much fun. Like, I'm way too white to play that game, but it's so much fun. So much fun. You guys don't want to hear me rap. It's bad.
I think it'd be pretty funny. You should do a video of it.
Yeah.
I think we should, actually.
Let's do it.
Yes, we got it. That's, next Sprite Lovers video is happening.
Do you-
Excited.
Do you guys like 7-Up?
That's what
No, Sprite's way better.
Strictly Sprite.
Are you talking about
I'm
the
just
video
kidding.
game? 'Cause that game is awful.
No, because their name is Sprite Lovers. I was just kidding.
Oh. I get
I
jokes.
saw where you're going with that.
Oh, geez, underage nipples.
My favorite kind of nipples.
Clever segue into the next. Games that guilty pleasures. Okay. This is a tough one because Megan stole my answers.
Oh, that means I'm in good company, though.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
That, like, we don't have to be embarrassed. Like, we can be embarrassed together, I guess. Like,
There you
Well,
go.
You guys
Well,
should probably fight now.
I love those DDR games because I not only play them on controller, but I used to play them at like Destiny Mall all the time.
Yeah, me
At the
too.
arcade.
yes.
Dude, yeah, I was that fat kid. You know, I was holding on to that bar for dear life, trying
I
like
used-
hell to wait.
I used to be able to do max 300.
Well,
What?
You're just a show off.
The thing is, you guys were probably good at playing DDR. I wasn't. Like, I never got better. I plateaued at a sucky level forever.
Well, the funny thing is like people who actually do that on foot, and I'll take me for example. I thought, man, I got this. I got rhythm games down, but then I tried pumping up, and I'm like, yeah, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. But I have to be honest, guilty pleasure games, and most people are like, why are you playing that? It's so stupid. I'm going to be honest. I love my Guitar Hero, my Rock Band, but the one add-on pack I liked the most because it was the most interesting to play was the Rock Band Country Pack.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you why. It introduced
Honky tonk.
Yeah, right. I can stand country. It is not my particular jam,
Mhm.
but there's just
Country's fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. But it was just really fun to play. Everything like the songs were unique, but it's one of those games where
Unique.
yeah, it was very unique, interesting, and I've played both the track packs. I've played the metal pack. I've played every variation of Guitar Hero from Metallica to Van Halen, and this is probably the one next to Smash Hits, and I'd say it's probably the most enjoyable. Believe it or not.
I love the Metallica.
See, I did too, except for the fact that a lot of the step charts for their earlier songs it did not sync up, and I'm kind of a Metallica nut in a sense, so a lot of that just didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh. There was no more to that sentence.
Well, I couldn't really think of a game that I like enjoy that people would be like, that game's awful. So I was trying to think, like, this game sold a lot and it's part of a big series and there are a lot of people who like it, but there's also plenty of people who hate it. And I'm going to be a defender of it, and that is Final Fantasy VIII. I love Final Fantasy VIII, and I know its problems. I understand its problems. The level scaling is stupid in any game, really. And I remember my first time I tried playing Final Fantasy VIII, I did the old, this is an RPG. I'm going to grind my characters early on so I can get through the early parts in case there's any hard bosses. And then I got to one of the summons that you had to beat before getting, and it still is harder than when I played through the game the second time the last boss was. Like, it was, because of the way it scaled to my strength, it was so proportionately stronger than me at that point in the game that I couldn't progress any further.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was an earlier summon in the game, but even with stuff like that in the game, it had just the right amount of tone and stuff that I enjoy in RPGs. Most people look at the combat system first and the story, and that's great to me too. But I love exploring towns, and I like good music in RPGs. And that game has some of the best towns, and the pre-rendered backgrounds are great. And I just had a great time going through that, despite the game's flaws. So that's probably the closest game I could think of.
And the card game.
Oh, the card game, of course, great. And that burp is one of the best things too.
Final Fantasy VIII was the first RPG I ever played, and it's not as bad as it gets a rap for. But some of those characters, dude, like Squall is such a little bitch. Like,
he is awful.
I've never wanted to backhand an RPG character so badly in my life.
And I feel like people describe Cloud like Squall is, and I'm like, no, Cloud actually has some personality and has some funny lines and all that. And
he was a fraud.
Squall is the stereotype that everybody talks about.
yeah, for sure.
If you were given the option to backhand Squall or Titus, which one would you hit?
Oh, Squall for sure.
Squall.
Titus during his laugh scene.
That's what I was thinking of, Corey.
Like a dumb idiot, you know? You go, look at that moron over there chuckling. You know, like it's not the same kind of like what is wrong? You're like, whatever. You know, whatever.
I don't like Final Fantasy.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Dude, really?
Don't
Get
say
out of
that.
here.
Final Fantasy is overrated. I agree with you.
Oh,
High five.
Absolutely
Don't
overrated.
say that.
No.
I've
Well,
only played like part of 6, so I can't really say anything.
they suck now. I mean, back in PlayStation 1 days and fucking early PS2 days, they're incredible. But they're terrible now.
I don't like.
Terrible.
I'm not an RPG guy.
I mean, they're not terrible. I mean, they're still good games. But it's just not the epic quest or epic adventure.
I think it's
that
just
they
the
used to be.
comparing them to the old school is what
Yeah.
makes people not like them
Oh,
as much.
times have changed, equipment has changed, software has changed. You can't keep living in the past.
Your mom has changed.
I
But
agree.
see,
if they
you
didn't
live in
change
the
it, they'd get
past,
griped at
man.
for not
I'd
changing.
say I'd agree with you there. Although there are still traditional RPGs selling tons on like systems like the 3DS and the Vita
Yeah.
that do play like the old stuff. So it's like I think there are people who are frustrated are that on their home consoles they're not getting those games that they used to enjoy, even though they still exist on the handhelds.
Yeah, go
You know,
play
it'd be
Bravely
nice to
Default.
sit down
That's-
and have a
yeah.
grandiose JRPG on, and you know there are a few.
Yeah.
But look at the games that don't change because they were successful and they didn't change, and everyone gripes that they are not original and the same thing every year. So it's like, which one do you want?
To be honest,
both exist.
Well, to be honest, I would love to see a collections pack for all the Wild Arms games. I'm wondering where that is.
Oh heck yeah, I'd take that.
That would be pretty.
Probably because
cool.
they're on PSN, they don't really. They're like, okay, it's on PSN. You know?
I don't care. Release it on PS4 in a collections pack. HD that shit. Make it good.
Oh, I'd
That's
get
what's
it.
up. Sing it, Eric.
I'd get it for everybody. I'm buying.
Dude,
I'll take it.
yeah.
I'm holding you to that if they release it.
Hey, if they release it, not
Fuck me
only will I drive us all there, but I will pay for it.
My guilty pleasure is NCAA football.
Oh,
I know everyone
Corey.
hates it.
Corey.
But listen though, listen.
No.
It has like an RPG type feel to it.
Oh
I know
my
that sounds
god!
like-
Just
What?
stop.
Yeah, listen.
What?
You're getting all your players better. You're putting all this time in to recruit these players. You're trying to win the
Or you could go
championship
outside and
stuff.
play football.
Or you can do this on the game, which you probably
You
couldn't
can say
do
that
in real
about
life.
any video game.
No, go on, Corey, go on. All right, go on.
I'm just saying that it's kind of RPG-esque if you think about it. If you get deep enough into your like dynasties and stuff.
Dude, I got the dirtiest look from you, Corey, man. I thought you were gonna
see what
kill
you're
me.
saying.
I was. You're lucky you're in the
Connor
ocean.
juking Corey through the cam. That is
Fuck
funny.
you, man.
Why don't you just go outside and play Rocket League?
Let's get
Local
our-
man drives car into soccer goal.
Oh wait, we forgot your 12 of your license. I'm just kidding. I love you, Connor.
You know, I cry at night because of you.
Yeah, I saw the defeat in his eyes, and it made me sad.
D, what's your guilty pleasure game?
Not a game. It's a figure, and they're called amiibos. They are so
Me too. I have,
charged as well.
Did everyone list their game?
No, fuck you.
What's your game, Connor?
My game is SimCity.
There he is. There
Fuck
he
you.
is.
Why is your game? Are you talking about the original SimCity?
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo.
I hated
That game is awesome. I
It's
love
a good
that game.
I liked it.
I was
That's a
forced to
shitty-ass
play
game.
it.
I
in
used to play it
class,
on
and
DOS.
Fuck
I used to
you,
play it on MS
Why don't you
DOS as
just
a
get
kid.
Legos, Connor, and just make a SimCity?
I have Legos. I'm
Yeah.
12. Remember?
It's like
Pissed himself.
I built SimCity when I can't use the TV. Damn it!
It's like
We
I'm
know
playing
you
with
use things
Legos right
dogs 'cause
now.
you might choke on a Lego.
Dude, I
No,
remember.
he's got Mega Blocks. He can't play
Dude,
with Legos.
yeah.
It's
Actually, I do
small.
have some in my basement. I should go get those.
Oh, Connor, you are not helping your cause any.
They're dirty, so it's
Can
okay.
I just throw something in here? I'm not wearing pants right now.
Dude, stand up!
Oh no, this is being recorded.
Talk about guilty
Nah,
pleasures.
he is.
You're
It's like I
talking
can.
about Guilty.
I can
I
just
swear
wait.
I'm not wearing
Dave's
pants.
just gonna be like, "Oh shit, this wasn't recording the whole time."
What are your pants nowadays, Connor?
I was gonna say it was great. Nate and I could be naked and no one would know.
Yeah, once the camera went off, we were like, well.
We're
fuck.
still thinking about it.
So are
I'm
you?
just-
Thank you for that
All
mental.
right, so let's move on to our last. Let's move on to our last topic of the night, and that's D's stupid topic. What do you guys think of Funko Pop figures?
Oh my god! Once they announced Doctor Who figures, I was sold.
Doctor Who sucks.
I want a few of the fandom figures like TMNT and Power Rangers, but I would never like try to collect all of them because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I don't envy
I-
somebody who wants
I
to.
do want the DBZ figures, to be honest.
like everyone like whatever you like. It's cool that there's figures for that. You know
right.
what I mean?
I like that aspect. Like that's why I like them better than amiibos. I'm not saying I like pop figures. Don't hear me wrong on that.
I don't like anything.
I
that
don't like them.
likes.
I'd rather buy video games, but I like that for whatever there is that you like, you can buy them.
They're gonna
You
come
know
up
what,
with
they're-
like. Oh, sorry.
go ahead. Oh no,
I was
no,
gonna
you
s-
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh my
I was
God,
just gonna
you
say
keep
they're gonna
doing
come up
that.
with keeping up with the Kardashians pop figures soon.
Dude, if they release those,
Yes.
yeah, it's like the ass is gonna be like out to here.
No, it's just an ass. No, it's just a figure of Kim
It's like-
Kardashian's
Little
ass.
black dot eyes.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the
With
back.
one black.
What did you break, you fucking idiot?
I dropped my
I just hear glass shattering. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we actually just bought the Alduin dragon
today.
from Skyrim.
Yeah,
Oh.
for me, I think they're cool. I like the accessibility of them. You know, they're definitely it's a lot easier to get some of those than some of these amiibos. And yeah, I think it's cool that they have different niche like ones like Doctor Who, Skyrim, you know, Harry Potter. You know, I've been getting like the Minions ones for my mom. Like, you know, I like all the different varieties and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. You know.
Okay.
What's
Okay.
going on? I'm sorry that D and Dave are doing some weird stuff.
This is some serious fishy shady
Dave
gray shit going on
is
right
currently wrapping Dave's head with toilet paper.
Looking forward to episode 2 being edited.
We finally got a piece
Piece
of the pie. Let's go.
But
Dude,
yeah,
what do
I
you
said
think of
my piece on
amiibo
them.
or fucking pop figures?
I just like how you can get figures, like, you can't just, like, find anything Dragon Ball Z. And I like how you can get the Dragon Ball Z pops. That's why I like them. And it's
Yeah.
just stuff like that.
It's
Honestly,
everybody.
Like, come on, you can't
Yeah,
buy
and-
Dragon Ball Z action figures anymore.
That's true.
Dude, they
Honestly,
should make
I-
if they make a Bubsy
I
one.
wish they
I'll buy it.
moved, but I mean, I don't know. They're cool display pieces.
I was gonna say honestly, I didn't get into them until they
We're out of
started
TP, damn it!
that I like. I thought they were
It's not
cool, but
even
until they made
cool.
ones that I was like, oh, I want. You know, I was like, yeah, they're there now. I'm like, okay, they're kind of cool.
Like the Fallout Boy one.
Serious? Really?
Yeah. I'm
Good
waiting.
boy,
Oh wait,
Yeah.
the Fallout Boy? Did they have a band
What?
set that has Fallout
Eric.
Boy?
I called it that at
I
one
can't,
point.
that didn't
I
work.
remember
I want
did.
some Hanson
That's really
ones.
good.
Can't- You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the ones that were based off the old like claymation Christmas movies because I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, those will be great.
I'm waiting for my Bumble Funko Pop figure.
Ah.
That'll be sweet.
I could go for some Spice Girls pop figures.
Yeah, Tigo
and
bitties.
think
I'm
and
just kidding.
think.
And stink.
Oh yeah.
98
Okay.
degrees. 98 motherfucking
O-Town.
degrees. Boys to
And
men.
no, Backstreet Boys. I love them.
Backstreet's
This is a
back,
question.
alright.
O Town.
That's
Oh.
what I said. O Town. Yeah, O Town.
Connor, do you used to listen to
Angel-
those bands in the womb?
What's his name?
Hell yeah,
Something
man.
Parker Angel or something.
Ashley Angel.
Yeah.
Fast food
Any
restaurants.
Attack on Titan Funko Pop figures yet or no?
There are.
Yeah.
There are, yeah.
There's a giant, the Big Titan. They have him
The
as a
Colossus.
bigger version of the figures. I saw those at, I forget where it was, Hot Topic or something like that.
Oh,
Topic.
My sister has all that shit.
dude, my
Sister
wife
got
got
fat
me.
ass.
I know, man.
My wife just started watching Attack on Titan for no reason whatsoever. She never watches anime, never reads it. She's like, "Hey, check it out, it's good." And I just started watching. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I want everything Attack on Titan."
I have no
So-
idea what that's about.
We should talk about Dave's sister.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
dude,
I'm
that's
gonna end the podcast.
Yeah.
Sister is the finest rat.
All right, so that's all the topics for
Got an
tonight.
ass that
Thank
can
you
swallow
for
up a
joining
pizza.
into the Game Central
preaching.
podcast, the only podcast that matters. Once again, my name is Dave, part of D Dave. I'm here with my other half of my channel, and that's D. I'm just gonna go down the line. You guys can sign yourselves off one at a time. We'll start with Corey. Go ahead, Corey.
I'm Corey from Stove. That wasn't me. Check my channel out.
Go ahead. What's
See you
your
later.
channel name again? I think you got
Sea Stove.
Sea Stove. Check out Corey at Sea Stove. Awesome guy. The creator of Gaming Central, an incredible Facebook group. I encourage everybody to go check out that channel. Ask to become a member. Tons of fun. We have lots of laughs there. Let's move on down. Connor, who the hell are you?
Hey, end the chat. I don't want to promote Connor's bitch ass. He's a little shit.
D, you're hurting my feelings.
It's just
Shut
a
up.
random voice.
Cyberbullying.
You shut the hell up, okay? You little shit. Go to the next one. Let's go, Eric.
Connor,
Promote the
sign
chat.
yourself out.
No, you don't sign yourself out, Connor. I'll tell you when you can sign yourself out.
All right,
Said
fine.
okay.
All right, Eric. Eric,
Bye.
who are you?
Oh my god.
Wait. I feel something. There it is.
Did you just kick him out?
There it is.
Connor, sign yourself out, please.
Yo, Connor, bye.
Connor, bye.
What's your channel name?
64-bit for life.
All right, and then Eric, who are you?
Well, my name
No,
is
don't-
Eric.
don't
Channel
do
name.
that.
Yeah, thanks, D. Eric. Channel name Black and Blue 19.
Let's get him fucking his mom in the ass.
Thank you, Eric. And our special guest stars for this week's episode was Megan and Nathan. Who are you guys? What's your channel?
We are Sprite Lovers on YouTube.
Welcome.
Pretty easy to find.
I don't even know who you are.
For
And
your,
no,
all
we do
your,
not like Sprite the drink.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I'm misunderstanding then.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning into the podcast. Thanks to all the podcast members for coming up with some awesome topics to talk about. We'll be back again next week, next Thursday. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you guys later.
Smell, dude.